The golden fields of South Dakota rolled out as far as the eye could see, under a sky as blue as a jaybird's wing. Waves of wheat, stirred by the summer breeze, whispered secrets of the land's ancient beauty. There were two neighboring farms standing tall on the horizon, each a monument to hard work and heritage. Under the wide, sheltering arms of an old oak tree, the heart of their shared world, two best friends found their place. Emmylou Hartman, her fiery red curls catching the sunlight like a blaze, strummed her guitar with a grace that turned heads. Her fingers danced across the strings, conjuring melodies that floated over the fields like a sweet summer dream. Right beside her stood Linda Carter, her brunette waves shimmering in the light, weaving harmonies that blended seamlessly with Emmylou's tunes. The very air seemed to hum with their music, a testament to their unbreakable bond and shared dreams. Ever since the tender age of 5, when their voices first mingled in a church choir, they've been nigh impossible to separate. Their shared passion for music, be it singing, piano, guitar, or fiddle, grew like a wild vine, entwining their destinies. Their talent was undeniable as the sunrise, God-given, some might say. They sparred and lifted each other to new heights, their musical journeys a testament to their bond. In all their years together, they recall but one playful argument over who had written a particular verse and chorus. Neither could remember, and now they chuckle at the memory. Now, in the bloom of their early 20s, they are poised on the brink of greatness, eager to record an album and perhaps tour the wide expanse of this country. They dream of a life where music is their very breath and heartbeat. The question that lingers is how and where to begin this grand adventure. Emmylou paused her strumming and looked over at Linda.
Ain't nothing like this, Linda. Just us, our music, and this old tree. Reckon we could do this forever.
Linda smiled, her eyes shining with shared sentiment.
You said it, Emmylou. There's magic in these moments. But you ever wonder if we got more out there? Like maybe we belong on a bigger stage?
Emmylou's fingers plucked a few soft notes as she considered.
Maybe so, but I ain't keen on changing who we are. Our music's gotta stay true, like these fields. Pure and simple.
I hear ya, but with our folks pushing for Nashville, I wonder if we got a choice. They're talking about big dreams, fancy producers, all that jazz.
I overheard Mama and Daddy last night. They want to change me, make me something I ain't. It scared me, Linda. Ain't no song in my heart for that kind of life.
Same here. Pa's got plans too, big ones. Reckon they don't see what we see. All they see is dollar signs and bright lights.
In their early teenage years, local barn dances and community fairs turned into stages for Emmylou and Linda's blossoming talent. Their parents, proud as peacocks but starting to get a bit competitive, dreamed big dreams of Nashville stardom for their daughters. Under the bright lights of these hometown events, as the girls played their hearts out, the cheers from the crowd were as loud as a summer storm, and their parents' smiles stretched from ear to ear.
Look at them up there.
Emmylou's father would say, puffing his chest with pride.
Our girls are going to be stars, just you wait and see.
Linda's mother would nod, her eyes gleaming with ambition.
Nashville's just the start. They've got what it takes to be legends.
After one particularly lively performance at a barn dance, Emmylou and Linda sat by the oak tree, catching their breath.
Did you see the way folks looked at us tonight?
Emmylou asked, a mix of excitement and weariness in her voice.
Yeah, they loved us, but I can't help feeling like we're losing something, Em. Like, our music ain't ours no more.
Emmylou sighed, her fingers idly plucking at her guitar strings.
I know what you mean. Feels like we're singing for them, not for us.
One evening, as the crickets sang their nightly chorus, Emmylou overheard a hushed conversation between her parents in the kitchen. She crept closer, hiding just out of sight.
A Nashville producer wants to meet her.
Her father said, his excitement palpable. Emmylou's mother responded.
This could be her big break, but we'll need to make some changes. They want her to fit a certain image, sound a certain way.
Emmylou's heart took a nosedive. She felt her very self slipping away with each passing word. Bursting out of the house, her mind in a whirlwind, she made a beeline for the fence. There was Linda, perched on it like a sparrow, eyes fixed on the stars.
Linda, they want to change me, make me something I ain't.
Linda's eyes widened with understanding.
I knew something was up. Pa's been talking about Nashville too, saying I need to fit the mold if I want to make it big.
Emmylou sat down beside her, their shoulders touching.
What are we going to do, Linda? I don't want to lose what makes us, us.
We gotta be true to ourselves, Em. If they can't see that, then maybe we need to find our own way. Together.
Their shared discovery drew them even closer together, but it also left them feeling trapped and adrift. They knew they had to do something, but the road ahead was as unclear as a foggy morning. Under a blanket of stars, Emmylou and Linda sat by the old oak tree, the very spot where their dreams had first taken root. They knew what they had to do.
Linda, we can't stay here and let them change us. We gotta find our own way, make our own music.
Linda nodded, her eyes filled with determination.
You're right, Em. Let's write our folks a note. Tell them we love them, but we need to be free.
Dear Mom and Dad, by the time you read this, we'll be miles away, following the path our hearts have drawn for us. We want to start by thanking you for all the love, support, and dreams you've nurtured in us. Your unwavering belief in our talent has been our guiding star.
However, as we stand on the cusp of a new dawn, we realize that to truly find ourselves and our music, we must venture beyond the boundaries set before us. Our souls yearn for the freedom to create and explore without constraints. This journey isn't about running away, but about running towards something that feels authentically ours.
Know that this decision comes from a place of deep love and gratitude. We carry your teachings and hopes in our hearts, and we promise to return someday, stronger and more fulfilled.
With all our love, Emmylou and Linda.
Linda glanced at Emmylou as they walked along the dusty road.
You reckon we're doing the right thing, Em? Leaving like this?
Emmylou nodded, her eyes focused on the horizon.
Ain't no other way, Linda. We gotta find our own path, make our own music. Ain't nobody gonna tell us who to be.
Linda's voice was soft but determined.
You're right. We got each other, and we got our music. That's all we need. Y'all, this was something so grand, such an emotional roller coaster. We just had to pen a tune about the whole affair, right? Here it is, folks. Let us know your thoughts, won't you?
One evening as the cricket sang, I heard a voice inside. Mama said a Nashville man had plans for me to ride. Daddy's voice was filled with hope, but I felt the shadows fall. They want me to fit a mold, don't want my heart at all. I found my friend out by the stars, her tears fell in the night. She said they want to change her soul, take away her life. My pa said the same to me, they want us just the same. But if we lose our spirit, we'll lose more than our name.
The girls' journey was an odyssey of uncertainty and grit. They hitched rides with strangers, walked miles upon miles, and slept beneath the open sky, their music ever by their side. Each night they'd fetch out their guitars and play under the stars, their harmonies calming their weary souls. The nights came alive with the chirping of crickets and the distant hoot of an owl, the moon casting a silver glow over the world around them. The road was long and winding, stretching endlessly into the horizon. They crossed paths with truckers who had kind eyes and wandering souls, broke bread with families who welcomed them like old friends, and encountered fellow travelers who, like them, were chasing dreams under the boundless sky. One evening they found themselves at a quiet rest stop, a small fire crackling as they settled in for the night. The air was cool, and the stars twinkled like scattered diamonds across the dark sky. Gathered round the campfire, they met a group of fellow wanderers, their faces aglow in the flickering flames. Among them was a grizzled old man with a harmonica, his weathered face a map of stories yet to be told. As the night deepened, the old man coaxed a haunting melody from his harmonica, the notes drifting through the darkness like a melancholic whisper. Emmylou and Linda listened, their hearts beating in time with the music, each note resonating with the unspoken tales of the road and the dreams they carried. The melody wove itself into the very fabric of the night, a timeless thread binding them all together under the vast starry sky.
Y'all ever heard about the Honky Tonk Forest?
The old man asked, his eyes twinkling with secrets.
It's a haven for folks like you, where music flows as free as the rivers and dreams ain't confined by no city limits.
Linda leaned forward, her eyes wide with curiosity.
Tell us more about this forest. Where is it?
The old man smiled, his eyes taking on a faraway look as if he were seeing the forest in his mind's eye.
It's deep in the heart of these lands, where the trees stand tall and the air is thick with the sound of music. It's a place where folks come to find their true selves, where the songs you play ain't for no one but yourself. If you listen close, you can hear the trees humming along with you.
Emmylou's heart raced with excitement.
How do we get there?
The path ain't easy, but it's worth every step. Follow the music in your heart, and it'll lead you there. But remember, the forest don't welcome everyone. Only those who are true to their music can find their way.
The girls exchanged hopeful glances. This was the place they had been searching for, a sanctuary where they could be true to themselves and their music. The next morning they set off with a newfound determination, their guitars slung over their shoulders and the old man's words echoing in their minds. As they journeyed onward, the landscape began to shift. The endless plains gave way to rolling hills and dense woods. The air grew cooler, and the scent of pine and earth filled their lungs, refreshing their spirits as they ventured deeper into the unknown. Days turned into weeks as they traveled, their feet aching but their spirits as unyielding as ever. They crossed paths with fellow dreamers on the road, each one spinning tales of the elusive Honky Tonk Forest. These travelers spoke of the forest with a kind of reverence, their eyes lighting up with the same hopeful fire that burned in Emmylou and Linda. One evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a golden glow over the landscape, they reached a dense thicket. The sound of music grew stronger, a symphony of melodies that seemed to spring straight from the trees themselves. The air was thick with a welcoming energy, and the girls knew they were close. With each step, the forest seemed to come alive around them, like some grand old tale just waiting to be told. The trees, tall and ancient, whispered secrets to the wind in a language only they understood. The ground beneath their feet felt soft and forgiving, as if the forest itself was guiding them along. They pushed through the underbrush, their hearts pounding with anticipation, feeling like characters in a story too thrilling to be real. Finally, they stepped into a clearing bathed in moonlight, like stepping into the pages of a fairy tale. The air was filled with the faint strains of distant melodies, and the forest seemed to hum with a welcoming energy, as if it had been expecting them all along. Before them lay the Honky Tonk Forest, a place where dreams and music intertwined, where they could finally be free and live out the stories they had been crafting in their hearts all along. Linda looked around, awe in her eyes.
This place, Em, it's like it's alive with music. I can feel it.
Emmylou smiled, her heart lighter than it had been in days.
We're home, Linda. We're finally home.
They set down their belongings and without a word began to play. Their harmonies blended with the sounds of the forest, creating a symphony of freedom and hope. The trees seemed to sway to their music, the leaves rustling like a gentle applause. In that moment, they knew that they had found not just a place, but a home where their spirits could soar, a sanctuary where their dreams took root and flourished under the vast starlit sky.
Y'all still around? Thank y'all for listening. This is the end of the first chapter of our story. Plenty more to come. This is only the beginning. Before we let you go, we have something special. It's a song we made on the road after we met that old man who pointed us to this magical Honky Tonk Forest. It's one we're very proud of, one of our best yet. Hope y'all like it, and you'll hear from us again very soon.
One evening by the firelight, under a diamond sky, we found ourselves a rest stop where the cool night winds would sigh. A small fire crackled softly as stars began to gleam. We met a band of wanderers lost in their own dreams. There was a grizzled old man with a harmonica in hand, his weathered face a map of tales from every far-off land. He played a haunting melody, a whisper in the night. Emmylou and Linda felt their hearts take flight. He said, have y'all heard about the Honky Tonk Forest? A haven where the music flows as free as rivers run, where dreams ain't bound by city walls and every song's a chorus. A place where hearts can roam and the night is never done. The fire's glow danced in his eyes, secrets deep and old. He spoke of endless melodies and stories yet untold. Emmylou and Linda listened, their souls began to yearn for a place where they could play and let their passions burn. He said, have y'all heard about the Honky Tonk Forest? A haven where the music flows as free as rivers run, where dreams ain't bound by city walls and every song's a chorus. A place where hearts can roam and the night is never done. As the night grew deeper, the harmonica's mournful cry filled the air with longing beneath the midnight sky. The old man's tune was a promise of a world so wild and free, a sanctuary for the soul where they were meant to be. With hearts now full of fire, they thanked the old man kind. His words a map to freedom, etched within their minds. They knew the road was calling, a journey they must start to find the Honky Tonk Forest, the song within their heart. He said, have y'all heard about the Honky Tonk Forest? A haven where the music flows as free as rivers run, where dreams ain't bound by city walls and every song's a chorus. A place where hearts can roam and the night is never done. So under that diamond sky, with dreams that shone so bright, Emmylou and Linda set out, guided by the night, toward the Honky Tonk Forest, where music's always free, in search of endless melodies, their hearts forever free.
We are the Story Brothers, and we thank you so much for listening. We very much appreciate you. Our journey is all about exploring what we can do with storytelling and AI. With an abundance of stories, ideas, and topics to explore, the big question is, how far can we take them with generative AI by our side? Please share if you like what you hear. Stay tuned for more excitement and adventure coming your way very soon. Cheers!